Here's Prince Diana. Here's his dad. Here's his husband. Princess Diana and King Charles III were married, right? And they're both 21st great-grandchild to this Sir Geoffrey Fitzpierce. But this guy ain't important. His bloodline isn't important. And everything, and all of our, like, here's Franklin D. Roosevelt. Here's, you know what I mean? All these, Eleanor Roosevelt, you know, even the wives, just like King Henry VIII has 4 wives on this list, because monarchies marry their cousins, you know what I mean? That's what they do, man. And all the people built, here's John Kerry, here's the 5th director of the CIA. They have there's a bunch of CIA directors on here, you know, bunch of U.S. Supreme Court justices on here. Here's Barbara Bush. You know, we already saw that George Bush is on here. Calvin Coolidge. Here's Prince Harry, Prince William. All children. Theodore Roosevelt's wife, Walt Disney, Nelson Rockefeller. Here's the Queen right now of England, the Queen Consort, and she's married to King Charles III right now, who used to be married to Princess Diana. All 3 of them are children to this Sir Geoffrey Fitzpierce, and all the kings too. But it has nothing to do. And all of our, that's why I'm saying we're the same as them. Why are we the same as them if we are not a monarchy? Only a monarchy would be doing this stuff. There's Sarah Palin, Cokie Roberts, you know, all the same names. It's like they cut and paste these famous people onto everyone's. Here, look, here's George Bush right here. H.W. Bush and George W. Bush. Lucille Ball, yeah, she's a piece of crap. Warren Buffett, yeah. All these pieces of garbage. They're all inbred pieces of garbage. Herbert Hoover, and Hoover's wife. Both him and her wife. Here's Nancy Reagan. It's like Marilyn Monroe. Come on, people. Harry S. Truman's wife. Come on. You're saying that these are just, you know, it's just a big quinky dink, huh? John Ritter, Amelia Earhart, you know, all these people, Bob Taft, all these people are on the same, it's like they cut and paste. They cut and paste these names. These people are important because they all go back to the same kings. They think they're better than us. We're just commoners, and they're just perfect. And yeah, look, here's Bill Gates, you know. Here's the 4th president of Ireland, Hugh Grant, John Lithgow, and Anna Gunn. All these people are on the same. Here's Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, Diane, Princess Diane, you know, Charles, Princess Charles, or King Charles now, Elizabeth I, Elizabeth II. Everyone is on this list. Henry VIII. Everyone's on this list. Here's Boris Johnson. And you think that I'm not just saying that they have royal bloodlines. I'm saying that everyone in between, right? Here's Gerald Ford. I'm saying Paris Hilton. I'm saying everyone in between. They share 100 grandfathers between them. Not just kings. They share like this Geoffrey Fitzpierce and that Maud Day St. Hilary. Yeah. Here's Kelsey Grammer. Remember Frasier? You know, not his brother in real life, but his brother on the show. Remember the littler guy? Yeah, both of them are royals. They're both on this list. You know what I mean? Here's the Crown Princess of Greece. She's on here always. Because Greece obviously listens to the same bloodline that the English listen to, and the same bloodline that the United States listens to when they do their monarchy. You know what I mean? It's always the same. Britney Spears, Barack Obama, you know, Johnny Carson. They're all the same people. They just cut and pasted. Here we're at the end. And at the end you'll see all of the, remember, there was only a few of them that were Magna Carta signers. Now we're getting into cousins. Right here is the end. This first Magna Carta signer is a nephew, then you have first cousin, second cousin, etc. But you can see they go through all the same. They're cousins to all the same people. And look, here's William the Conqueror. Here's King Louis VI. Yep, and another signer. It's like the same. Here's some more Magna Cartas. Here's King Edward I. It's just, oh, come on, man. Anyways, we're going to go on to John Wilkes Booth. And we're not going to do this bloodline. I know I spent a lot of time on these names, these nodes that I call nodes, where, you know, they're not really kings, but everyone seems to go through their bloodline. You know, all their children like became famous presidents and stuff. But whatever. Good. Okay, so we're going to start here on Abraham Lincoln. Obviously, we're on famouskin.com. Look at that, George Clooney. Hey, now, I want you to notice this is a lower royal, okay? And you could say, you know, he doesn't have any direct descendants, you know, direct lines to these kings. First of all, I don't think that's true. Okay, first of all. He's related to, everyone on his list is a mega royal. You can't be related to this many mega royals, Dan Quayle, you know what I mean, all these people, and not be royal yourself, you know what I mean. There's Roosevelt's wife, you know what I mean. It's just, it's the same people. It's like they cut and paste these, you know, George Hamilton, Cecil DeMille, Tony Dow, all these people, Peter Fonda, they're all just here, George Bush and Gerald Ford. You can tell it's the same damn people that are on that, you know, here's the Crown Prince of Greece, Sarah Palin, the same people, Billy Bush. It's the same exact list, you know what I mean, Post Malone. This guy is definitely royal, but he's a low royal. Okay, I thought he was a mega royal, but he apparently is just a lower royal. But let's see his relationships, okay, that, you know, compared to some of these mega royals. This first one is George H.W. Bush, okay? You can see he's 7th cousins, 4th time removed. That means, all that means is 7 generations ago, you know, yeah, or 7 plus 4, I guess, would be 11 generations ago. Abraham Lincoln and George Bush shared the same grandfather. So these are brothers, then first cousins, second cousins, all the way down to 7th cousins, and then 7th cousin once removed, 7th cousin 2 removed, 7th cousin 3rd removed, all the way down to George H.W. Bush. So you see how they are related? But not only that, okay, not only that, see, he goes back to 5 kings, 5 of the 7 kings, and then the other 2 are cousins, right? Keep in mind, when they don't have a direct bloodline back to the king, they're always cousins, you know what I mean? They're always related in some way. So Lincoln is cousins to these 7 kings, all 7 kings, okay? He is a cousin to them. And look at this guy, Edward Gilman. This is what I'm talking. I'm not going to get into it big time, but I want you to see how that is a node. That is a focal point. You need to understand that they don't just have to have a bloodline that goes back to these kings. They need a specific bloodline that goes through specific people and then end up at the 7 kings. Edward Gilman is obviously one of them, because look at the relationship between Abraham Lincoln and Gerald Ford. Again, it's Edward Gilman. 7th cousins, 4th time removed. Same as Bush. And then look at, how about Edith Roosevelt? That was Teddy Roosevelt's wife. Okay, even the wives. That's why I say, you know, if it was the presidents, okay, things gravitate to the top, but the wives too, just like a monarchy. Yeah, it's Edward Gilman again. Edward Gilman again. Like I said, I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. I did that in the last couple videos. Again, here's someone that's signer of the Declaration of Independence. Everyone knows him, John Hancock. He's the guy who did the big signature, right? So it's not just the presidents, vice presidents, signers of the Declaration of Independence, signers of the Constitution, Secretary of State, Defense, Transportation, U.S. Supreme Court justices, governors, congressmen. They all have the same bloodlines going back to the same 7 kings. And this is a node, Edward Gilman. Again, they all have the same grandfather. Keep in mind, John Hancock and George W. Bush and whoever else I was talking about here, Edith Roosevelt and Teddy Roosevelt, they're all mega royals, man. So they all share the same grandparents. Now, and Abraham Lincoln isn't a grandson of those 7 kings, but he's cousins to all 7 of them. And he shares this grandfather and many, many more that I'm not showing because he has to go through so many nodes, and this is one node. So he's going to go through more that I don't know about, you know what I mean? So anyways, our thing here is about John Wilkes Booth shot and killed Abraham Lincoln, right? So that's why we talked about Abraham Lincoln there. But let's go talk about the John Wilkes Booth, right? And keep in mind, right, Abraham Lincoln was not well, he could be, I don't know. I'm just saying, I haven't found the path way back to the main kings except for being a cousin. So, but he could be a mega royal, and I just didn't find the bloodline yet that he, you know what I mean? I didn't connect them up yet. But as it goes, this guy here, the killer, the assassin, the political assassin, John Wilkes Booth, he's actually more royal than Abraham Lincoln. Because look, these are grandchildren. Okay, they're not. You got 2 signers of the Magna Carta. You got a wife, First Lady, FDR, George H.W. Bush. You know what I mean? But here's the thing: you get William the Conqueror and King Robert I, and those lead to Charlemagne and Alfred the Great. So those are 4 kings. He has 4 out of the 7 kings right off of the bat, right here with these, right? And he's got 2 of the Magna Carta signers, and keep in mind, like I said, they're always cousins. Like here's remember it's 12 Magna Carta signers. Well, yeah, one of them are, what was it? 3 of them are grandchildren, and the other ones that make up 12, you know what I mean? What is this? 8, 9. So what? 9 and 3 is 12. 9 of them are cousins. You have the other, remember that they had 4 of the 7 kings, right? So that leaves 3 left. Here's one, King Louis VI. Here is oh, there it is. Here's Charles V, right? And Mary Stuart must be close by. There it is, Mary Stuart, okay? And I want you to realize that, you know, he hits all the other people too. Here's 6th wife of King Henry VIII, Queen Elizabeth I, 5th wife of King Henry VIII, 3rd wife of King Henry VIII. You can see how it links up with the monarchy in England. But my question is, why is it linking up with our presidencies and our government in our country if we don't have a monarchy? Like, look at this. What do you got? Presidents Woodrow Wilson's wife, John D. Rockefeller, 31st president of Peru, a governor, Prime Minister of Canada, U.S. Supreme Court Justice. Why are these people, you know what I mean? Here's George Clinton, the 4th U.S. president, vice president, King Henry VIII, 2nd wife of King Henry VIII. We already said King Charles. Why is our, you know, Bob Taft, and this list goes, I can scroll this, it'll take a minute to scroll. That's how many people are on this list. You know, you got the Duchess of York, Prince Harry, Prince Williams, Princess Diana.